Before we get into this review, I originally had a 25-minute video prepared for you guys, but unfortunately, I couldn't upload the whole thing, and I also was having copyright issues, so I had to cut the video. Um, the copyright issues was in certain parts of the video. It wasn't the whole video, but on top of that, the video was just taking forever to upload because it was 25 minutes and I was having a whole bunch of issues with it. So that's why I cut it in half. But with that being said, let's get into this review. So guys, we are back with another review. Hit explosions on them. So a lot has happened in season 6 of My Hero Academia. Okay, so the first few episodes was straight action. You got the heroes gearing up to invade. Like the first 2 episodes, the heroes was gearing up to invade the villain's lair, secret lair. And they eventually did that, and it was just an all-out battle. Like, I did not expect this much action from the beginning. So, they invaded the lair, and I ain't gonna lie, throughout this entirety of season 6, it's been some emotional episodes. Like, Twice, the villain Twice, which I like, he died by Hawk's hand, you know, RIP to Twice. And it was just a lot going on, man. Like, a battle for battle. Let's see, where do we even start? Like, it was just so much goodness, good stuff going on. So, yeah, Twice died. You know, the villain's secret lair got invaded. Couple of villains, you know, sustained injuries, got locked up. Same thing with the heroes, minus the locked up. You know, Hulk sustained a lot of injuries, and it was just the minute Shigaraki, when he woke up, that just boosted the action even more. Like, it was already action at the beginning with the heroes taking the first punch at the villains. But when Shigaraki, when he woke up, he destroyed everything. Killed a couple of heroes, you know, a couple of villains died from the heroes, and a couple of heroes died from the villains. Like, it was just complete chaos. And when Shigaraki woke up, you know, he was just this high, advanced, better version of himself. More stronger, faster, agility, everything. Because he got his abilities from All For One. Well, All For One transferred the abilities he took over the years to Shigaraki. Like a copy, basically. Copy of his abilities that he stole from other people over the decades and years and stuff like that. So Shigaraki is 10 times as strong as he was. But yeah, it was just all out brawl. You know, people died, you know, buildings destroyed, a whole town destroyed. But I believe when Twice died, that was like an emotional type of thing, you know, because Twice, he wanted to like save his friends and stuff like that. So he was trying to do whatever it took to save his friends. But, you know, Hawks at the beginning wanted to try to save Twice, but he just seen Twice as, you know, he was like, all right, he's unsavable now because he's still trying to, you know, intervene with the heroes doing their jobs. So Hawks ended up cutting down Twice, And, but twice, man, his last words, you know, he just was trying to save his friends, you know, and it was just like this emotional thing, he trying to save, the people, the group he was with, the League of Villains, and he just was like, I can't do it. And then Dobby, Dobby was just relentless going at Hawks. He was relentless. He tried to, he really was trying to kill him for real. Like, but yeah, it was just a lot going on, man. Like a lot. And then, you got this giant monster that they had in the basement. He woke up destroying everything in his path. He didn't give a damn about nothing but getting to Shigaraki, because Shigaraki was having a fight with the heroes. And man, that battle was crazy. It was insane. He was just healing after healing, and they couldn't stop him, and he was decimating them at first. But then he sustained too much damage, and his healing abilities started to fade. He sustained a lot of damage, man. But he tried to go after Midoriya and get that all for one power. Shoot, and if he would have succeeded in that, ain't nobody would have stopped him, to be honest. Like, nobody would stop him. I don't care who was who, nobody would stop him. But yeah, and also in one of the episodes where the aftermath, where all the heroes was trying to save the people after they finished wrapping up with the villains, they took the villains out. It was just so much damage and people stuck in rubble. It sort of reminded me of like the events of like 9/11, like people stuck in rubble, asking for help, you know, but some of the heroes the doctors sort of came to like a realization that we can't save everybody. And some of the heroes even quit. Some of them had a mental breakdown. And I felt that episode was kind of like emotional, sort of, because you got people having breakdowns. This person needs help, that person needs help, this person trapped in a building. And you just got the heroes trying to do everything they can do. And then on top of that, you got some people who just couldn't handle it. Like, they just like, I can't do this no more. And I just thought that episode, I can't remember exactly like the name, like the number of every episode, but that episode in particular, if you seen it, which you probably did, that episode in particular that was an emotional episode. They tried to save everybody, and then they find out that certain heroes are dead, just bodies laying around. That was just an emotional type of episode. But the main reason that it was emotional because it was sort of similar to like a 9/11. That's how I feel. Like, it was sort of similar to that. With the mass destructions, buildings falling and stuff, so on and so on. But it was a lot going on. Dobby, I knew Dobby was, I for some instance, I knew he was sort of related to the number two, which is now the number one, which is Endeavor. I just something told me. I don't read mangas. I mainly pay attention to, the animated shows, the anime shows. I don't particularly get into mangas, but something told me Dabi was related to Endeavor, was his son or something to him. And also to Dorky, I'm gonna just say Shoto, because I can't pronounce his last name. I think I just butchered his last name. But Shoto, I knew he was related to Shoto and Endeavor. I was like, he gotta be Endeavor's son or something, or or a lost child or something like that. I felt like when he revealed himself, I felt like that was also an emotional moment, particularly for Endeavor, because Endeavor thought he died. He thought he died, and I sort of was like, dang, like he was a villain this whole time and they didn't even know. And when he revealed himself and he basically was trying to destroy Endeavor's reputation by putting that video out there saying that Endeavor is a fraud, and you know how Hawks is a murderer, and basically trying to destroy Endeavor's along with all of the heroes' reputation. So to get the public to distrust them, which he sort of succeeded, because people started doubting and people started hating Endeavor. Like they already disliked him sort of before. That was back when All Might was number one. They felt like Endeavor was too serious, and too tough, I guess. So they just didn't just connect with him like how they did with All Might. But once Dabi did what he did, the public just was ripping into Endeavor. Like they really don't like him now. But man, Dabi, he put on a show. Like he made this even more interesting. Like he revealed a lot, and something told me, I was like, he gotta be related to them, because one, he's like the only person in the villains section that uses fire, and he's just, I don't know, it was just something about him that just told me he had some type of relation with Endeavor and Shoto. But yeah, I feel like the rest of this season, I feel like something might occur with All Might. This concludes our review for season 6 of My Hero Academia. Like I said, I had to cut the video short. I might come out with a part 2 of this review since I had to cut the video short. Yeah, and don't forget to check out our other review on Vinland Saga season 2. And yeah, we're out.